The statewide MySuper default option finished second over 5 years with a return of 10.74% per annum according to Super Ratings. Super Ratings aggregates all the MySuper options throughout Australia, and over the first 5 years since MySuper was introduced, ours finished second throughout Australia. So we think that's a really good start and we're very happy with that. The statewide investment options, other than MySuper across the board, have mostly outperformed median and in the top quartile over the past 5 years, particularly our options in Australian shares, our other multi-sector options like conservative balance. We're getting 5-year returns at the end of August for active balance. So all the options are doing very well. For members, generating good long-term returns net of fees and taxes, particularly for those in the superannuation accumulation phase, means they can have higher balances. So when they retire in post-retirement, they can draw an income. So returns matter, contributing to super matters, and getting these good balances for your retirement is ultimately what counts. We've been saying this for quite a while now, but we think the medium-term outlook for the next, say, 5 years will be a world where we have lower returns and maybe more volatile returns compared to the previous 5. The previous 5 have been very good in terms of double-digit returns. We think the returns are lower as interest rates start to rise and economies recover. Our advice has always been the same, and that is diversification matters. Have a long-term investment strategy. And if you need advice, we have obviously our internal financial planning. We also now have a network of independent financial advisors that can help you through. And I think that's really important, seeking advice and, more importantly, having a long-term investment strategy. South Australian economy has actually been improving the last couple of years, and what we're seeing is a continual improvement. So business confidence is high, consumer confidence is better, unemployment rates are coming down, but we want that confidence now to translate into investment, jobs growth, employment, wages, and hopefully that will play out the next couple of years. I've said in the past that I'm positive about South Australia. There's a lot of good things about this place, and we're just seeing that play out. Low dollar, we've got a good services sector, we've got an agricultural sector. There's a lot of things here that South Australia can do that will do well. Following on from the South Australian outlook, the Australian economy is doing okay. Recent economic growth was good, slightly masked by population growth. The only caveats I have for Australia is we have very high household debt, our property prices are falling down, and we still have record low interest rates, and there's a little bit of pressure in the credit market as banks have tightened back on lending. So going forward from here, it'll test us a little bit to see how we're doing, but hopefully Australia continues to grow and therefore reduce its unemployment. So residential property prices in the eastern states are now falling, and there's probably further falls. I think we should step back. First of all, they've gone up a lot. Over the last 5 years, I think they're up 60–70%. They could fall back a bit, but as long as they don't fall too much, because it may affect how wealthy people feel and then they pull back on spending. The fact is property prices are high, we have a lot of household debt in mortgages, and so this correction, this slight fall, which is only a small fall, was always due to happen and play out. As long as it doesn't evolve into something larger that could affect the economy, I think this is a healthy thing. Our key learnings are very important, whether it's Royal Commission or Productivity Commission. We're a member-driven organisation, an industry fund. We're based here in South Australia. We want good member engagement, very competitive fees, and we have excellent returns. And that's our primary and main focus. And if the focus was that applied nationally, we wouldn't have the issues that we have today.
The advice in this video is general advice only. It may not be appropriate for you, and we recommend you obtain independent financial advice and consider the applicable PDS before making an investment decision.